Have you ever felt like the world owes you something because life took everything from you? There was a man named Elias. Just a year ago, he was a software engineer working in a glass building above the city, dreaming of promotions, ideas, and a future. But today, Elias was a ghost in the New York City subway. He sat on a piece of cardboard, shoulders hunched, hands wrapped around a paper cup, watching 1,000 feet rush past him every hour, like a river that never looked down. He believed he was a victim of circumstance, waiting for kindness, for a break, for someone to see him. But in a city that never sleeps, pity is a rare currency. One morning, as the station swelled with the blur of morning commutes, a woman stopped. She didn't drop a coin. She didn't say sorry. She just looked at him. Really looked. Her name was Sophia, a venture capitalist, known in her circles for seeing value where no one else did. Elias lifted his cup. "Please," he said quietly. "I just need a meal." But Sophia didn't glance at the cup. She looked him in the eyes and asked, "I'm an investor. What do you have to offer me?" He blinked, confused. "What do I have to offer? I'm homeless. I have nothing." Sophia's expression didn't change. "Then you've already lost," she said, "because the world doesn't give to those who believe they are empty. It gives to those who know what they carry." She walked away, and for the first time, Elias didn't feel hungry. He felt seen, and yet invisible. That night, lying awake in the tunnel's dark hush, her question echoed through him. "What do you have to offer?" He looked at his hands. These were the same hands that once wrote code, moved information across continents, built systems people depended on. But for 6 months, he hadn't used them. He hadn't created. He hadn't offered. He had asked. He had waited. And now, he understood. Beggars are not weak because they lack resources. They're weak because they believe they have none. The next morning, Elias didn't hold his cup. He collected discarded newspapers, business journals, half-read Wall Street digests left on benches. He took notes. He summarized tech reports, merger updates, market moves, everything he used to follow with ease. And the day after that, he stood, not sat, by the same corner and called out softly, 30-second market summaries for the morning commute. Trade me a coffee." At first, people ignored him. Then, a few bankers paused, curious, intrigued. They took a scrap of paper from his hand, neatly written, bullet-pointed updates, and instead of coins, they gave him $5 bills, 10, more than he had ever made in a week. He had stopped asking, he had started offering. A few mornings later, Sophia passed again. But this time, Elias approached her first. He handed her a note. "I heard you've been tracking the Corvatech merger," he said. "Here's the latest projection." She read it in silence, then smiled and handed him $20. "You're not a beggar today," she said. "You're a provider." And for the first time in months, Elias smiled back. 2 years later, in a glass office above the same city, Elias stood in a boardroom, clean suit, clear eyes, shaking hands with new investors. Among them was Sophia. She turned to him and said, "This is a long way from the subway." And he nodded. "Yes, but the journey didn't start with luck. It started the day I stopped waiting for the world and started building value from what was already in my hands." He paused, then added, "You taught me something brutal. The world doesn't give you what you need. It gives you what you're ready to trade for." And now, I ask you, Are you waiting for someone to notice your worth? Are you sitting quietly, hoping the world offers you something first? Or are you building something, no matter how small, that shows the world who you already are? You see, your value isn't always loud, but it's there, buried beneath the silence, waiting for you to believe in it again. Because when you stop begging for recognition and start living like you have something worth offering, everything begins to change. If this story helped you see your life a little differently, subscribe to Ethan's Spire Stories, where the quietest shifts create the loudest change. And if you know someone still waiting to be chosen, send them this. They may not need a handout. They may just need a mirror